He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area. But they want him involved, just as you said. They want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
And once again, leverage wins. The offensive line, lower than the defensive front. They moved him and found some good stuff.
And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. Ryan Kerrigan in there to sack him for a loss of 6. Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but here's 3rd down. Now Simeon. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Preston Smith. He's the one to get him this time. And back-to-back sacks are going to bring up a 4th down. And look at this. They're keeping the punter on the sideline. They're going to go for it here on the opening drive. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And this is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And this crowd into it early. Their guys stand tall on the opening drive of the football game. They come out here in the eye. And they'll go ground game here with the tailback. And he's going to take this one up only to about the 44-yard line. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
But they certainly got dented with that first down run. So now they've got to be back on their heels a little bit as a defense.
And they're 6 yards away from picking up the first here on 2nd down. Now a handoff as they run left side. Uses the stiff arm. Still on his feet. That's going to be a 6-yard gain. It leaves him with 3rd down and just a yard to go.
There's so many definitions of a complete back. I think most people think a guy who can block, a guy who can catch, and a guy who can run. But how about when you put it all together as a runner and you can fake people out, you can be shifty, and also run with some power and break tackles, as we just saw on that pickup.
They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Back live, Charles Davis to my right. I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Redskin football to begin quarter number 2. They've got it 2nd and 6 to start things out.
Watch left, watch left, watch left.
And on the ground they go with the running back. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. Well, they know how to protect the pass, but sometimes cornerbacks, they can also stop the run, can't they?
Is that what we call a complete corner? Yeah, because we're so used to these guys just being defenders in the pass game. How about the guys who can come up and make the tackles? That's what we just saw there for no gain, too.
A gain of 8 and a 1st down.
Some think the teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
And they give this time to the tailback. And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down. Cousins now on second down. He's going to loft one deep, trying to get it to Jackson, and it's intercepted. It's Chris Harris with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And now the Broncos offense, they get set to head back onto the field. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on fourth, turned it over in their own territory, but the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the #1 headset on the sidelines, the head coach? That was planned going into it, not necessarily to not get the first down or to have the defense have to hold
But he
up.
trusted his defense.
Trusted his defense very much, and I think that that's how he's going to play this game. Go for it, be aggressive, because I've got the Wild Bunch backing me up over here on my own sideline.
We'll see what his offense can do. And the Redskins have an extra man in the secondary here on third. He'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete. Emmanuel Sanders, the intended receiver. And that's going to make it fourth down. So on fourth down, Britton Colquitt on to punt. With it is Jackson. A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And the Redskins will take possession with a 1st and 10.
All right, here we go. Green, 39.
And they'll run it here. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Yeah, that wasn't a big run, just a short one there. But guess what? Sometimes you treat it like boxing. You throw that jab out there, and you throw it again, and you throw it again. Then you come with a big punch later. Maybe they're just trying to set him up.
To throw, Cousins. No, he almost had it. Already with 1 interception, just missing his 2nd there. And they'll need the 39 here for a 1st. This is 3rd down. Well, he just threw an interception last drive. Nearly another pick.
And things aren't very even right now, are they? It's a little bit sloppy out there, isn't it? It's kind of different between driving on those paved roads and those country roads that have those potholes in them, isn't it? Because that's the way this game's going right now. A lot of bouncy bounce to it.
You spent some time on some Tennessee country roads.
I certainly have. Plenty of family back there. God love them.
And a little bit of a surprising move here. They will not punt the football. They will go for it on 4th.
Hurry up, here we go.
Now Cousins on 4th down. And it is incomplete. The Redskins go for it, but it doesn't pan out. And this defense is going to get the football back near midfield, right at the 48. And Denver getting set to take the field. And 3 and out on the last drive. No points on the scoreboard. A little soul-searching now.
I would say so, and they need to help out their defense a little bit. They've had to be on the field a lot more than normal, put them in some tough spots. But what's the old adage? When you get another chance, it gives you a better chance to do it right.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. He's got time in the pocket, and he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on. 3rd down. Incomplete pass on 2nd down. Let's see what the offense draws up here on 3rd. They'll run it. Here's Anderson. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the 1st. And they get 10 yards there and convert on 3rd. So a pause here for us as well. Time to pay some bills. Back to FedEx Field following this short break. So the offense has it 1st and 10. They'll look to throw here. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Demaryius Thomas, the intended receiver. And that'll make it 2nd and 10. So incomplete on 1st. Let's see what 2nd down has in store.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit and it forced an incompletion. Well, he did almost everything right. Excellent coverage, breaks on the football, just unable to haul it in and take it the other way. So he dropped an interception. The key for him now, don't dwell on it. Just move on to the next play.
They go to Hillman on the screen. And he'll be brought down at at the 27-yard line. 6 yards on the pickup, and it'll be 4th down.
They dialed up the screen pass on 3rd down, and for a second it looked like it was all going to come together, and they had a chance to pick up a 1st down, but the defense got there and finished it off.
It would be a very makeable field goal try from here, but instead they're going to go for it. Again, he'll drop to throw. And there's a flag on the field. Norwood's got it, complete. So a big roughing the passer penalty, Charles, and of course that's 15 yards.
And everyone knows how protected the quarterbacks are. You've got to make sure that when you launch at a quarterback, that you're hitting him in the right spot and in the right time.
Simeon. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. And quickly they get to the line. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. Now Simeon. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Chris Baker. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
So the sack means it's 3rd and goal now from the 10. An extra defensive back on the field here for 3rd and goal. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. Demaryius Thomas, the intended receiver. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. And McManus able to put it through. And the Broncos, the first to grace the scoreboard. It's 3-zip. So after slogging through a scoreless first quarter, we have action on the scoreboard. A field goal makes it 3-0.
Well, with these two offenses, we weren't going to stay 0-0 forever, were we? I'm not sure that this opens the floodgates, but I doubt that's the last scoring we're going to see.
And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. They'll come out in the pistol. Now Cousins. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. Again, we'll see the pistol here. Throwing again, Cousins on 2nd and 10. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. The Broncos going dime. 2 extra defensive backs for 3rd down.
Playing pass all the way.
And able to find Garcon. And he's brought down after a good gain. That one goes for 24 yards. So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. Another pistol look here. Cousins on 1st down. This one complete to Jordan Reed. And he's brought down. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. To throw, Cousins toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay inbounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down, 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker room.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Washington. Vernon Davis, 82 yards. And the Redskins are able to strike for 6. And this is up and good to make it 7-3. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. So now a look at the Broncos as they head back out there for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game, a chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know, at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
On second down, Anderson. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be third down. And now they're in the hurry-up. They're going to look to throw.
Partner, I think the easy thing now would be to just abandon the run and start throwing the football at all costs. But I've been in so many games where it doesn't work running the ball. It doesn't work running the ball. And then something pops, and now you got something going. I'm not so sure to just abandon your game plan this early in the second half.
They'll come out in the pistol. They go play action here on first down. And he finds a man on a crossing route. And he takes this one down all the way near the 30. 26 yards on the pickup there. And it'll be good for a Denver first down.
That crossing route is so effective when you hit it just right because you get a guy on the move, and then we see the end result there.
Nightmare for the defense. They got a guy with a full head of steam.
Not only does he catch it, but he picks up additional yardage after it.
Let's go.
Simeon. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. So the incomplete pass brings up second down.
Let's go.
Now Simeon. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but if the other team doesn't get it, that's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And he'll wind up losing 5 yards or so on the return, but no matter, they've got the football back. And here come the Redskins now. And last time, the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. Maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one play drive's exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was fairly easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
And we'll see if it's that easy here. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
Doesn't matter who you're rooting for in this game. The effort of the man with the football, getting away from one and trying to churn forward and get some yardage, I really liked what he did there.
Second down, Cousins. Out to the left here to Reed. 11 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 3rd and 1.
Now, coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
And I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1. He was trying to get it there to Vernon Davis, the tight end. And that'll bring up 4th down.
On 3rd and 1, I think everyone in the stadium thought they'd try and run the football there, but they tried to surprise the defense and hit something through the air. Instead, it results in an incompletion.
And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37.
I tell you, on 4th and 1, when you're way back on your side of the field, I thought this might just be an attempt to draw him off and get the first down that way. But they were going for it the whole time, and they wind up getting it.
They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Cousins the thrower. Jackson's got it over the middle. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
Give them 11 on the gain there. And the Redskins are going to get a first down. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. Back now at FedEx Field. It's the Redskins with the football and the lead as we start the 4th. Cousins now to throw on first down. Bringing it in, Jackson left side. 23 yards on the play.
Okay, what can't Deshaun Jackson do? All right, we know about the catches. We just saw another one there. Also gets involved in the return game, and he can break big plays like that. We've seen him do it throughout his NFL career.
We have. What are you thinking of anything in particular?
Yeah, I'm still remembering a certain Giants punter not following orders, and Deshaun Jackson made that big-time return all the way back for a game winner in that one. I still remember seeing the looks of disbelief on the Giants sideline.
Now Cousins. Here's a first NFL catch for Josh Jackson. A 5-yard gain, and now they're set up 1st and goal. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
When we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, you know, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time. Really honing his game. They expect to...
Got a man here, and it's Garcon. Touchdown, Washington. Pierre Garcon from 3 yards out. And the Redskins find a way to stretch their lead. And oh my goodness, this is nowhere close. Well to the right and no good. Now another shot here at the PAT. He missed one earlier, remember, but this time he gets it to go. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. And Denver getting set to take the field. Looked like they had something going last drive. Then the interception happened. Will they recover?
The memory they need to keep with them is that they did have something going. They were moving the ball on offense, had a nice sequence going. Don't worry about the other.
Trying to get it to Thomas, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the all-pro corner, Josh Norman.
Well, you're trailing. It's the 4th quarter, and you've got to throw the football. But the defense knows this, too. So they're just going to sit back, bring in an extra defensive back or two, the old nickel or dime strategy, Brandon, and wait for you to put that bad boy up for grabs. And this one winds up being intercepted.
And he'll give it here to his running back. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Oh, there's no doubt that this is a huge defensive series right here. They've got to hold them to a field goal attempt or less. Otherwise, this game just might be out of reach. Let's see if they can hunker down and get it done.
And now here's a carry heading left. And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a third down.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things. But the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't know.
And that is caught by the tight end Reed. Touchdown, Washington. Jordan Reed, a 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Redskins capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Now this Broncos offensive unit ready to head back out onto the field. And last time, one play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Maybe a gain of a yard that time, but from the spot, actually no gain. So 3rd and long. 3rd down and 12. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. He was trying to hit Thomas that time, and that's going to make it 4th down.
3rd down is a down. Both sides know they absolutely have to win. And the name of the game for the defense is pressure on the quarterback. But pressure on the quarterback with contact, that's how you end up winning it.
All right, here we go.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And this is incomplete. Gary Kubiak's guys denied on 4th down. And the Redskins will take control of the football in great field position. Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here.
All right, here we go. Detroit! Detroit!
And they'll go on the ground. And he's got room. And he's brought down. Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this.
Here we go now. 3-19.
Throwing here, Cousins. That's complete right around the 8. And he's brought down. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a 1st and goal.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Redskins. Kirk Cousins taking it in. And the Redskins are going to add on to their lead. And this one through the uprights and good. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 yards with a new rule as he's taken down right at the 20-yard line. The Broncos offense now gets ready to head back onto the field. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
Simeon. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. He was looking for Jordan Norwood that time. And that'll bring up a 3rd down.
Well, the pressure, the hits, the sacks have been coming at him all game long. I'm frankly surprised that they haven't found a solution yet to create more time for him to throw it or maybe change what they do on offense.
And that's one of the biggest differences in this game and why they're losing right now. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out.
All right, here we go. Over!
Now Simeon. And it is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Redskins will take control of the football in great field position. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. They take over with great field position. They've got the big lead. Most would say they should kneel it, but the key word there is should. You never know here.
You never know. That's the exact play that should happen. But some people like stats. You know, some people like to put more things up on the board, but kneel down is usually the right play.
The ball comes out, and this is going to get out of bounds, so they will gain a bit of yardage on the play, actually, and they'll hold on to the football as well.
Now, I have to admit, partner, that I've often thought that I don't like this rule. The offensive player fumbles the ball, it goes out of bounds, and they get to keep it.
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
And to me, that touchdown allows you to start grinning widely on your sideline. I think they pretty much locked this one away.
Yeah, that's the clincher, the proverbial icing on the cake, if you will. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. And a short kick, taking it about the 16. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. And Denver getting set to take the field. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this? Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Ryan Kerrigan in there to get him his second sack now of the afternoon. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked up on the all-pro corner, Josh Norman. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. They have the dream scenario you hope for coming into the game. Just one kneel here, and this game should be over.
And it's always the final play of preparation each week. The practicing of the kneel-down formation, the victory formation. We've got a game in hand, and that's all they're going to want to do now. They'll put someone back deep just in case something goes haywire. But all in all, take the snap, kneel down, and shake hands. Yes, get out of there.
And they'll go with a ground attack here. Might have gotten this one down to the 28, and that's all. Well, Charles, I don't know what you want to call this, a blowout, a laugh, or whatever it is. This was not a game.
And I believe that you saw this coming early, identified it right in the beginning of the game, and it played out that way.
Well, and it did, and for this team, just a lot of confidence coming away from this one.
Confidence for them. For the other team, though, boy, what a dismal, dismal day.